Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to Monks in the Morning from Colombo Dhamma Friends of Mahame-o-Nawa. We're so happy that you could tune in today. It's wonderful to get to spend time with all of you. We know that most of you don't get the chance to go to a monastery every day and talk with the monks, so this is a very special opportunity that we have. It's amazing, isn't it, that not only are we fortunate to be born in the human world now, but we're also living in a time that the Supreme Buddha's teachings are still available to us. You know that most kids around the world don't have the chance to learn the Buddha's instructions, but now you get to learn right from the beginning of your life, so your wisdom will develop very deeply as you train in the Buddha's teachings. Today, we're going to meet a very wise disciple of the Supreme Buddha named Princess Sumana. I know that she's wise because she went to the Supreme Buddha and asked a very good question. She already understood the importance of Shraddha, Sila, and Panya. Do you know the meaning of those three words? Shraddha means faith in the Supreme Buddha's enlightenment. Sila means virtue, or keeping the precepts. And Panya means wisdom. But she wanted to know if two people had the same Shraddha, Sila, and Panya, would it matter if only one of them practiced generosity? Would they have differences in their lives? What do you think? Is giving still important if you have faith, virtue, and wisdom? In today's sermon, we're going to find out. We'll also chant the Mangala Sutta in Pali and English, so get your chanting book ready or click on the show notes link to read along online. Now let's take the refuges and the precepts.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs with the refuge of the Noble Triple Gem. I observe these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, to escape from the sufferings of samsara. May it help me. May it be a blessing. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Dear children, today I am going to tell you a beautiful sutta, and the name of the sutta is Sumana. Sumana is the name of a princess. Now, do you know how many friends she had? She had 500 friends, all of them princesses. If you have few friends, you will find out why in the sutta, and you will get to know what you should do to have many friends. Along with her 500 friends, she went to meet Lord Buddha and venerated him and sat down to one side and asked the Lord Buddha an important question. She asked, "Dear Lord, imagine that there are 2 disciples of yours. Both of them have these 3 qualities, Saddha, Sila, and Panya, and they have them in equal quantities. Now let me explain. That means they have the same amount of faith in the Triple Gem, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. They are observing the same amount of precepts. For example, if one of them is observing the 5 precepts, then the other does the same. He observes the 5 precepts as well. Next one is they're equal in wisdom. Wisdom here means the ability to understand what's wholesome and what's not, what's good and what's bad. Now let me explain it to you. If you get angry, and the moment you get angry, if you know that this anger I'm having now is unwholesome or bad, then you have wisdom. This ability comes with the knowledge of Dhamma. To be a wise person, you have to read Dhamma a lot. Now, what do these 2 disciples have in common? First, a same amount of faith in Lord Buddha, his teachings, and the community of monks, the Sangha. Second, they are virtuous, observe the same precepts. Third is that one's wisdom is the same as the others. But she said one does something different, and that is he practices generosity. He gives. He is a generous person. Now, life after death, both of them will be in heaven. She asked the Lord Buddha, will there be a difference? You know, a difference between the person who practiced giving and the person who didn't practice giving. The Lord Buddha said that there is a difference. He said the person who practiced giving when he was in the human world will have a longer lifespan than the person who didn't practice giving. Then the Lord Buddha said the person who practiced giving as a human being, now that he is in heaven, will be such a beautiful divine being. Not only that, the Buddha said that this divine being will enjoy more sensual pleasures. It simply means that he will be much happier than the deity who didn't practice giving when he was in the human world. Further, the Lord Buddha said that the person who practiced giving in the human world, now as a divine being, will have many friends in heaven. That means he'll have many deities around him. He won't be alone in heaven. And the Lord Buddha said, the person who practiced giving will be a leader in heaven. Now, it is clear that he who practices giving will be ahead of others in terms of 5 things: long life, beauty, happiness, fame, and leadership. Then Princess Sumana asked, once these 2 divine beings die and are born again as human beings, will there be a difference? The Buddha said, yes, there's a difference. As a human being, even the person who practiced giving in the previous life will long live. He will be a beautiful person. He will be a happy person. He will be famous. And he will be a leader among human beings. Then the Princess Sumana asked what would happen if they become ordained, if they become monks. Will there be a difference, she asked. The Lord said, yes. The difference is that the monk who practiced generosity in his past life will receive robes easily, will receive food easily, will have a good place, a hut to live, will have medicine easily. Not only that, the monk who practiced giving will have a special thing, and that is the other monks in the monastery will speak good of him, help him in his work, and will think good of him. Now see, children, if you want others to like you, then you should practice giving. And we should practice doing merit more often, because you know why? It is merit that helps divine beings. It is merit that helps human beings. It is merit that helps monks as well. Now, having listened to this sermon, from today onwards, I hope you will practice giving more often. By the merit we have gained today, by listening to this Dhamma sermon, may you be happy and attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Paritta chanting. Maha Mangala Sutta. Turn to page 17 in your chanting book. This is a very famous sutta, especially in Sri Lanka, and for good reason. If we follow the advice in this sutta, then surely we'll have a happy life now, we'll have a good rebirth in the future, and we'll one day be able to attain Nibbana. All of that is contained in this sutta. When we chant this sutta in Pali and English, then we can really think about the things that we have to do to get blessings into our own lives. You can also pay attention and see how these blessings relate to the qualities that we learned about in the sermon today: faith, virtue, wisdom, and generosity. Now let's chant together.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Evaṃ me sutaṃ ekaṃ samayam bhagavā sāvatthiyaṃ viharati jetavane anātha pindikassa ārāme atako anyatara devata abhikkantāya rattiya abhikkanta vanna kevala kappam jetavanan obhasetva yena bhagava tenupasankami upasankamitva bhagavantam abhivaditva yena bhagava tenupasankami upasankamitva bhagavantam abhivaditva ඒකමන්තං අට්ඨාසේ ඒකමන්තං ඨිතාකෝසා දේවතා භගවන්තං ගාථාය අජ්ජභාසී.
Thus have I heard on one occasion the Blessed One was living in Savatthi at Jetavana at Anathapindika's monastery. Now when the night was far advanced, a certain deity, whose surpassing radiance illuminated the whole of Jetavana, approached the Blessed One, respectfully saluted him, and stood to one side. Standing thus, he addressed the Blessed One in verse.
බහුදේවා මනුස්සාච මංගලානි අචින්තයුම් ආකංකමානා සොත්ථානං බ්‍රෝහි මංගලමුත්තමං.
Many deities and humans longing for happiness have pondered on the questions of blessings. Pray tell me, what are the highest blessings?
අසේවනාච බාලානන් පණ්ඩිතානංච සේවනා පූජාච පූජනීයානන් ඒතං මංගලමුත්තමං.
Not to associate with the foolish, but to associate with the wise, and to honor those worthy of honor. These are the highest blessings.
පතිරූපදේශවාසෝච පුම්බේච කතපුඤ්ඤතා අත්ත සම්මා පනිධිච ඒතං මංගලමුත්තමං.
To reside in a suitable locality, to have performed meritorious actions in the past, and to set oneself in the right direction. These are the highest blessings.
බාහු සච්චංච සිප්පංච විනයෝච සුසික්ඛිතෝ සුභාසිතාච යාවාචා ඒතං මංගලමුත්තමං.
Vast learning, skill in handicraft, well grounded in discipline, and pleasant speech, these are the highest blessings.
මාතාපිතු පට්ඨානං පුත්තදාරස්ස සංඝෝ අනාකුලාච කම්මන්තා ඒතං මංගලමුත්තමං.
To support one's father and mother, to cherish one's wife and children, and to be engaged in peaceful occupations. These are the highest blessings.
දානංච ධම්මචර්යාච ඥාතකානංච සංඝෝ අනවජ්ජානි කම්මානි ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං.
Generosity, righteous conduct, giving assistance to relatives, and doing blameless deeds. These are the highest blessings.
ආරති විරති පාපා මජ්ජපානාච සංයමෝ අප්පමාදෝච ධම්මේසු ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං.
To cease and abstain from evil, to abstain from intoxicating drinks, and to be diligent in practicing the Dhamma. These are the highest blessings.
ගාරවෝච නිවාතෝච සන්තුට්ඨීච කතඤ්ඤුතා කාලේන ධම්ම සවනං ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං.
Paying reverence to those who are worthy of reverence, humility, contentment, gratitude, and the timely hearing of the Dhamma. These are the highest blessings.
කන්තිච සෝචස්සතා සමනානංච දස්සනං කාලේන ධම්ම සාකච්ඡා ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං.
Patience, obedience, meeting monks, and timely discussions on the Dhamma. These are the highest blessings.
තපෝච බ්‍රහ්මචරියංච අරිය සච්චාන දස්සනං නිබ්බාන සච්චි කිරියාච ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං.
Self-control, chastity, understanding the noble truths, and the realization of Nibbana. These are the highest blessings.
පුට්ඨස්ස ලෝක ධම්මේහි චිත්තං යස්සන කම්පති අසෝකං විරජං khemං ඒතං මංගල මුත්තමං.
The mind that is not touched by the ups and downs of life, the mind that is free from sorrow, stainless and secure, these are the highest blessings.
ඒතාදිසානි කත්වාන සම්බත්ථ මපරාජිතා සම්බත්ථ සොත්තිං ගච්ඡන්ති තං තේසං මංගල මුත්තමන්ති.
Those who have achieved these blessings are victorious everywhere, and they succeed in all their goals. For them, these are the highest blessings.
ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්ථි හෝතු.
By this truth, may there be well-being.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I'm so happy we were able to spend time together today. We hope that you learned something new, and we really hope that you can use what you learned as you go about the rest of your day. Aren't you happy that Princess Sumana went to the Supreme Buddha and asked a question? Because she did, we got to learn about the benefits of practicing generosity. Do you remember the ways that devas and humans who practiced giving things benefited? They had a longer lifespan, more beauty, more happiness, more fame, and more power. So, even though they both had the same amount of faith, virtue, and wisdom, the one who practiced generosity still got more benefits. So the next time you see an opportunity to give something beneficial to someone, I'd like you to try and use that opportunity to collect this kind of merit. And while you're doing that, I'd like you to keep in mind these benefits that we can get by giving things to other people. When we don't know about these benefits, it can be hard sometimes to remember that we should always be looking for the chance to give things to people who need them. And don't be shy to ask questions. If Princess Sumana can be brave enough to go to the Supreme Buddha and ask a question, I know that if you are wondering about something you hear in a sermon or read in a book, I know that you can ask questions too. You can ask your parents or your teachers or the monks when you go to the monastery. And if you can't get to a monastery to ask a question, you can send your question to us and we'll answer it on the air. Just click on the link in the show notes to learn how. Now let's share merits. Today, we've collected lots of merit into our lives, and when we collect merit in this way, we like for others to rejoice in this merit. So, may our teacher Lokaswami Mahamsa, may all of our relatives, our friends, all heavenly beings, may they rejoice in this merit, and may they soon experience for themselves the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. See you again tomorrow.